Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor chooses to keep a big secret. When Steffy Forrester Finnegan arrives home and sees Taylor haze out of feathers in her living room, she can tell Commodity is wrong with her mama and begs Taylor to tell her what's going on. Since Taylor must have Eric Forrester syndrome, she can't allow her loved bones to know she's dying. She doesn't want their pity and wants her life to end on her own terms. Taylor formerly swore Lee Finnegan to secretiveness, making her the R.J. Forrester of this time's I'm dying and wouldn't tell my kiddies story. As Taylor puts on a happy face, Steffy tries to believe that her mama is telling the verity, but Commodity keeps pecking at her. Taylor arrived back in Los Angeles like a changed woman who didn't indeed want Ridge Forrester presently. That makes no sense to Steffy. Her mama always wants Ridge and Steffy is still determined to see her parents together again. When Brook, Logan and Ridge sit down for a converse, the only thing they can talk about is Taylor. Ridge tells Brook each about the pledge he made Steffy about her mama, and Brook tells Ridge each about her last discussion with Taylor. Brook truly believes that Taylor has accepted that Ridge and Brook will be together and gives them her blessing. Brook also hopes that she and Taylor can renew the fellowship they started in 2022 now that Taylor is end after Ridge presently. Little do either of them know that Taylor is suffering from heart failure and dying. Taylor wants to make peace with everyone, so she wouldn't be against calling Taylor her BFF again. But, will this turn into Eric's story with John Finnegan chancing a phenomenon cure at the last nanosecond? That would truly feel like a case of déjà vu. Taylor Hayes' unanticipated peace immolation pleasantly surprised Brook. Logan. Taylor is motivated by her mortality. Telling Lee Nozawa that she's in heart failure alters the day dynamic dramatically. Whether Taylor will actually die, as she believes she will, is unknown. Still, this is cleaner, so sustainability is always possible. It's reasonable to believe that Taylor won't die. She's a heritage character, and Boodig is a day stager. So, a veritably emotional plot with sadness and trauma could be ahead, followed by a hoped-for positive outgrowth. Ridge loves Brook. They're together, but not married. So, for the moment, that pairing will persist. Still, Ridge might marry on her deathbed if Taylor truly dies. Alternately, he and Brook could support Taylor through her demise. But day suckers are seasoned. They know not to assume that whatever any character says means the assumed future will prove exact. Taylor admitted openly, and without being provoked, that Brook won Ridge. She also said she wasn't back in city to make a play for Kay's character. It sounded genuine, but observers were still wondering if that was true. Latterly scenes with Lee revealed that Taylor's outlook is tied to her fatalistic belief that death is coming. Suckers can provision a script in which Taylor's health becomes dire. She and Ridge would naturally come close during that period in the plot, and Brook would expostulate because the end would be assumed to be near. But also Lee, John Finnegan, or both platoon up to save Taylor's life. Still, Ridge and Taylor's bond doesn't break. As Lee will confirm, Taylor isn't playing a game. This isn't a ploy or a story she's telling to battle Brook. The real-life drama that has been set up is compelling. It represents a fresh approach for Boodig to work as part of her entrance. Great detergents be when the unanticipated happens, and also wows observers beyond what they anticipated. Brook actually losing Ridge to Taylor through this heart failure turned survival plot would be worth the watch. But as suckers know and will demand, it must be precisely colluded and executed. Keeping Brook with Ridge would maintain the status quo. Having him leave her for Taylor would be nearly 20 times retro. Taylor Hayes to tell Lee Finnegan she's dying. Also, Bill Spencer wants to be a family again with Katie Logan and Will Spencer. Keep reading to find out what's coming up in the CBS cleaner pieces. Taylor transferred Lee a textbook communication. Lee rushed over and was surprised that Taylor reached out. Taylor will tell Lee that in Europe, she was diagnosed with a heart condition. Of course, Lee will offer to run her own tests or get her the stylish specialists. I've a feeling that Taylor will decline and ask Lee to keep it a secret. Taylor, to try to hide the verity from her family. Still, Steffy Forrester Finnegan considers her mama to be her stylish friend. So, Steffy will suspect that Taylor is hiding commodity. When Steffy tries to push, Taylor shuts her down. Sounds analogous to Eric Forrester's plot in which he deceived his favored Bones about a deadly condition. Ridge Forrester telling Brook Logan about his pledge to Steffy. Bill will reach out to Katie. Bill will want to talk about the future. It sounds like Bill might be done with Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Bill asks Katie and Will if they can be a family again. What will Katie and Will say to Bill's request? Steffy has another debate with Hope Logan. This time, the debate has to do with Ridge's connections with Brook and Taylor. Meanwhile, Will tries to make sense of the wedge between Bill and Katie. It sounds like Katie might repel reuniting with Bill. Katie was hurt a lot by Bill in repeated ways. On the other hand, indeed Katie admitted that Bill has changed for the better. Taylor Hayes has been hiding a secret, but could it really be about a retired docket? What's Taylor's real wind-up, to spend her dying days with Ridge and her son and grandkids? That doesn't make sense considering Thomas Forrester's still overseas. Taylor expressed to Ridge that he's the love of her life. She chose not to mention her trip to Monaco, understanding that he was busy with the launch of Brook's bedroom, a significant event for Brook now back in Los Angeles. Taylor aims to be near Steffy Forrester and the children, but it's apparent that she has other intentions as well. Since her return, Taylor has been spending considerable time with Ridge. Their original connection stemmed from their concern for Steffy during her absence, and they've supported her as she healed from her jests. Effects have calmed down significantly, and Taylor continues to enjoy plenitude of quality time with Ridge. He assured her that she's always drink at the Forrester mansion, where everyone appreciates her presence. Ridge enjoys having her close by as well, but Taylor isn't one to leave effects to fate. Her return to Los Angeles is purposeful. While her desire to be near Steffy and the kiddies is genuine, it seems she's also exploring her connection with Ridge, who appears open to her despite his relationship with Brook. Still, it's important to note that he isn't presently married to Brook, nor are they engaged. What counter-accusations does this have? After Brook disintegrated Taylor's marriage to Ridge, is Taylor seeking vengeance, or is she hoping for an alternate chance with him? Steffy would really be excited at the study of her parents reuniting, and she might indeed delight the idea of the Logans passing a bit of their own drug. Lately Taylor had a meeting with Lee Finnegan, Dr. John Finn Finnegan's mama, and dropped a stunner. She is suffering from heart failure and is dying. But what if this opinion is incorrect, or indeed fabricated? Forthcoming spoilers do hint at any medical consultations or alternate opinions being sought. Taylor is keeping this shocking news under wraps from her family, though she might entrust in Ridge, especially since he made a pledge to her about Steffy. Could she really be so manipulative as to pretend to have a terminal illness just to win Ridge back, only to latterly seek other medical advice? Taylor Hayes just keeps dropping hint after hint about her possible grim fate. Ever since Taylor came home, she's been fixated on this idea of missing too important time with her family. Now Taylor is trying to make up for that, but she obviously seems to suppose time's running out. During a deep discussion with Ridge Forrester, Taylor mentioned Phoebe Forrester and how a loss like that no way leaves you. As Taylor wiped gashes from her eyes, she admitted she clings to the study of seeing Phoebe again eventually. That sounds like exactly the kind of thing someone would say if they anticipated to die. Taylor may have been suggesting that if she has to pass down, the study of seeing Phoebe again is the tableware filling. Still, she may be preparing for the end, if Taylor has a heart problem or some other illness that she doesn't suppose she can beat. At some point, Taylor might have a near-death experience, which could bring the Phoebe observing she's been staying for. Whether Mackenzie Mozzie returns as Phoebe or the show recasts the part, there'd be good reasons to put Steffy Forrester's departed brotherly twin back on screen. Phoebe might pop up in spirit form to tell Taylor that it is her time to go. Maybe Phoebe will contend that Taylor has to go back to her family and eventually give her mama the drive she needs to fight harder for survival. Effects looked bleak for Eric Forrester when he'd his own terminal illness plot, but he pulled through with the help of a phenomenon cure. Anyhow, our prognostications point to Phoebe potentially appearing during Taylor's dimmed fire, so we'll bring you updates on any sanctioned comeback news. Taylor and Phoebe might get a temporary reunion that comes with a communication from the other side.